Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny from Inmysparetime Crochet, and I'm standing in the chaos of my craft room at the moment. This is a video that some of my community have been waiting for. It is me going to reorganize, tidy up my craft room. It's certainly not the worst that it's ever been. This time last year I tackled the job, but I had yarn in another 1 or 2 rooms of the house as well. That's embarrassing. But I did a huge de-stash last year and tidy up, but you know, things happen and you get lazy, and this is the result. So today I'm going to take you with me while I reorganize, maybe decide what to do with some of this yarn. Believe me, I really don't want to do it, but I know I'm going to feel so much better when I've done it. So if this is you as well, then perhaps I can motivate you to also do the same. But for now, I'll give you a little walk-in view from the door as to what it looks like, and then we will try and work out where to start. Okay, so when I enter my craft room, this is the sight that I see, and when it's tidy, it's fantastic. Check out the floor. You can see, I mean, the carpet's pretty old anyway, but there is so much fluff, bits of chenille, polyfill. There's lots of stitch marker over there. The floor needs some attention, but so does this area in particular. It's kind of out of control. It was very organized initially and I knew where everything was, but now, especially this little trolley there, it has, as you can see, become a little bit of a dumping ground, I guess. And my little desk where I work from, there's a lot of stuff there. I have also been thinking, this is pretty tidy, the area that you normally see behind me, but I am going to, I think, move some of the acrylic because I don't use that as much. And I am thinking that I will move this ladder because it just looks messy. It looks messy and it's usually in shot. So I am thinking that I will replace it with one of my trolleys that has cotton in it. So let's see how we go anyway. But yeah, this is what it currently looks like. So bear with me. We will do it together, and then hopefully by the end of the day, or even less, I don't think it's going to take that long, but hopefully in a couple of hours this is going to be looking much better. All right, now truth be known, I'm not exactly sure to even know where to begin, but I think I will start by moving out my chair and this desk, so I have this area to really get into these cubbies that are along the bottom here. And and then I think we'll go from there. So I will go ahead and do that, and then I'll be back. I think it's probably best to start with some of this yarn that was in my wardrobe and work out, do I want to keep it? Do I want to get rid of it? Do I want to have it more accessible, more on hand, so on display? So I'll go ahead, I think, and do that. Going to be a bit crinkly, sorry. These two large, 10 packs of yarn. I got them, I think maybe at least 3 or 4 years ago, probably about 4 years ago. I've got one in rust, although the colour ended up being probably not exactly what I had hoped for. I think I was planning on doing one of my Into the Desert blankets with this. It's from Hobby. It is 100% acrylic. It's called Squish, and it is indeed squishy. I did find though, when I went to use the green, which is called Sage, and to me that's not, I don't know how it looks to you. It probably, maybe it looks a bit more sage to you, but it's more, I'd say, grass green. Definitely not sage that I'm used to. So I was a bit disappointed with that. I think I wanted to make a little baby cardigan, but yeah, it's not what I expected, and it can be a little bit splitty. So, but I haven't been able to part with it yet. So I think I'll keep it. But again, this is one that doesn't need to be on display, but I think I will keep it for a little bit longer. Now in here I also have quite a few of the Spot Saver, which is like a medium / Aran weight yarn from Spotlight. I've obviously got a couple of white. I've got, what's this one? Peacock, red, light blue. Got another peacock. I'm not sure if I grabbed this for any particular reason other than I would have got it on sale. I've got a black. I've got way more than I thought actually. Violet, 2 of those, 2 pink, 2 cream. I do think there'd be a really nice blanket in that. Again, this is something I definitely will hang on to this because I enjoy working with that yarn. I also have, I'm not sure if you can see it over here, I have more of the Spot Saver there as well. So I might even put all that together and have it a bit more on display, I think. So I'll pop that aside. Now the rest of this big box, and it's not the only one, this is all blanket yarn. I have some mill ends, that's actually very, very thick, that one. I've got the valuable Blankie Ombre, which I now know was promotional, so I probably can't get it anymore, which is a shame because I actually like working with it. It's really soft. So I have 2 in the, it's called silver, but yeah, there's not really a great deal of silver in it, but has a little bit of brown in it as well. So 2 of those. This is an old Bernat baby blanket, and I think I'm fairly sure it's old formula. It's not fun to work with. It gives a lot of drag on your hook. So I'm not sure if I'll keep that. I might, yeah. So I'm going to put that aside for now. Blanket Bright's another Bernat one. Again, it doesn't feel, I can tell by the feel that I don't think I'd like to work with that. I think I bought that fairly on in my crochet journey of making, for example, toys with Bernat blanket. This is Premier Basic Chenille in pewter, I think. Yeah, in pewter. I like working with that yarn. I'm not sure how it ended up here, but yeah. Got another, the rest of this is all from Spotlight. I've got a blankie glitter, again the valuable range, not too bad to work with. I use that, I use this one a lot for my sensory Mobius strip based fidgets, so I will keep that. The Motivera blankie in pink, not too bad, definitely softer than the Bernat, so I will keep that one. I have two of the, what is this one? Blush. This is called Blush. It's a really pretty peachy color. I think I got these when I was thinking that I wanted to make Anchor the Octopus. I do actually have that pattern now, so I might potentially use one of these colors for the main body of Anchor. I'm not sure, but either way, I do like working with this yarn, and it is definitely a shame that it's only promotional. Got purple. Is that one just called purple? Yeah. I have one full skein of the hot pink. Now in my last video I did, when I was pattern testing, I made a pink blob cat. That was my pattern test for Mel at Hey It's Mel B, and it turned out really great with this yarn. I've got one in green, yep. And I recently made a big turtle with one of those, and my nephew absolutely loved it. I might even sneak in a little picture here that my sister sent me. Another blankie glitter. Yeah, I think I'll just keep that for fidgets maybe. Yeah, I don't think I would do much else with that. And another Motivera blankie. I'm pretty sure, I think I may have even made one of my Harper doll carriers with one of those, but either way, I quite like that yarn. So that, the only problem with displaying the blanket yarn is that it obviously takes up a lot of room. So if I am going to display it, I'm not going to fit much into one of the cubbies. So I will consider that. I might even just display some of the ones that I know I will use sooner. I'll decide. I do have a little bit more blanket yarn though, just over here, so I will quickly go through that. I have one in blue of the Motivera blankie. I'll turn you around a little bit. Whoa. Well, bags when I go to Spotlight. Okay, this is the Bernat Sparkle. I wanted to try it. I think I got this from Craft Online. Yeah, I didn't love it. It's probably, I don't know, it feels reasonably soft, but again, I find that there is a bit of drag on the hook when using it, so I don't know that I would buy it again, but I will use that for something. There's lots of bits and pieces in that bag, but I do know that there is a little bit more blanket yarn in here. I've got some leftover of the pink. I will cake that at some point. Fairly soft. I find it interesting, and this is across all brands, like, you know, a lot of different brands of yarn that I've used, not just blanket yarn, even with the chenille. It's interesting sometimes how different colors can have different feels. This, for example, feels a lot softer than the purple one, same brand. So, and I definitely do find that with some of the chenilles that I use as well. I have some navy here. I will keep that for fidgets. More of the blue, so that's 2 full skeins of the blue that I have. Wow, I actually have a lot more than I thought. Now, this, I have a feeling that this might be the same white that I used as the contrast in the Blobcat with that pink one that I just spoke about. And it was not fun. I'm not keeping that. No, that was not fun to use. And you know, if it either is painful when you use it or you're just not enjoying it, then yeah, I think I'll donate that. Okay, just a leftover little skein of the light blue with green glitter, and I've used that for fidgets in the past, so I will keep that. Now that, unless I'm already getting hot and bothered, so that's fun for me. I have a little bit now, just, oh, this is always really difficult to do. Why is it so hard? There, no, other way. there, right there, I have a little bit more blanket yarn. So I will grab that and then I'll stop speaking for a while and I will just, you know, speed it up so you can kind of watch what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm going to contemplate which ones of the blanket yarn that I may want to display, and then I may even, for now, I think I'll put it back into this box, the ones that I know I'm going to keep, and then I'll either decide to put them back in the wardrobe or I'll potentially display them. That's going to depend on how much I decide to get rid of from these cubbies. So yeah, I'll be back. Oh, my air conditioning's even on and I'm still working up a sweat. Yeah, so I will pop back on and chat to you about where I'm up to in a moment. That is full of blanket yarn, so I definitely will not be buying any more blanket yarn for a little while, I think. So I'm going to, oh, here's more. Oh gosh, there's more. Again, this is Bernat and it's old formula and it's terrible. It's terrible. To be honest, I don't even think I will keep that for my fidgets. I think I'll donate that one as well. Yeah, it's awful. I also have some just really small little cakes that I've caked up and I have put them aside because I use them for fidgets. I'll show you. These are the fidgets that I'm speaking of. They're great. Kids love them. Some adults love them. It's by, there's a tutorial on YouTube. I've been making them for quite a while. I will link it for you below. What's her name? I can't remember. I'll pop it on the screen and I'll have it linked for you below in case you're interested. They're really quick and they're great. Love them. So these are just some of my little cakes that I'm talking about from leftover skeins. So yeah, I will, for now, oh gosh, I can't even speak. For now, they are just on the bottom shelf of where I keep all my plushies, but I might find a better way to like I might put them in a basket or something like that. I'm going to go and check my other room and see if I have a spare basket, and then I think I'll put them in there. The hair had to go up. It was just becoming too much. Now, this next bag is all Unreal Chenille. This is from an Australian brand called Source of Fibre. I've been supporting Kate for a very long time. She's, you know, come so far with her small business, so that's awesome. I've got quite a lot of it here. There's some great colours. I think, now I bought it originally when it very first launched, so some of what I have is from the first lot. So for example, this, she used to be called Maker, so anything that has Maker on it is from when she first launched it. I feel that actually these are all Maker, so they are all original. This is now branded Source of Fibre, SOF. And I feel like it's maybe slightly softer. Only issue I have with this is I find that sometimes there can be drag on the hook. It's more like, rather than a plush, I mean, it's called chenille, but I'd say it's like a thinner blanket, really. And I am yet to find a hook that, you know, that works well with it, I suppose. So I'm not ready to throw it out. I'm certainly not ready to get rid of it, but I guess it's just not my first choice when it comes to chenille yarns, so I don't have it on display at the moment. But there is I'm not going to go through all the colors, but there is, you know, there is a lot of it. There is a lot there, so I will just for now pop that back in the wardrobe, because I do know that it's going to go back there. And now this is the problem. What next? Now this is some more, I must have forgotten about this. That squish yarn that I first showed you, which is from Hobby. This is some in pink. It's probably called Rose, is what I imagine. Dusty pink. And again, the color was a little, not quite what I had imagined, but do you see what I mean about it being a bit splitty? It's a different acrylic. Anyway, I've got a fair bit of that as well. I am pretty sure I have used it actually for, I'm pretty sure I did make one of my I Heart Llamas blankets in that. I'll see if I can find a photo and insert it for you. Yes, I'm sure I did, because I only have that much left of the 10 skeins. So yeah, just interesting and just not quite what I had hoped that yarn would be. But again, I'm just not quite ready to let it go. So I should keep that together. I think, see, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do next. I have a basket which is normally down on the corner in the floor here, and this has just got some random acrylic. I have a couple of Lincraft cakes. Now I did, a couple of months ago, I did make a little baby blanket in 2 of these in a different colorway. I'll pop in a little picture. And I grabbed these when they were on sale. I don't normally buy a lot of yarn from Lincraft. Now in Australia we have only 2 main craft supply chains, I guess. That is Spotlight and Lincraft. I have to travel further to go to Lincraft, and I like their yarn even less than Spotlight, I guess, which sounds awful, but it's just how it is. So, but I did like the colorways, nice and bright. So I didn't buy them for any particular reason other than, you know, probably potentially a blanket, but we'll see. So I might put those aside because I might display those somewhere. Now I have 2, 4, 5. I have 5 skeins of the Spot Saver prints in autumn. I got that, not really normally my usual shade, but I do like how the color changes quite regularly, like very regularly. And so I think I originally thought I would potentially make a blanket with this. It would actually probably be good for a hexie-cardi, which I am going to do at some point, but I think this would probably pill quite easily, so I'm not too sure. But it's definitely, I'm going to hang on to this, definitely. So there's 5 of those. Again, I'll put them aside until I work out where I'm going to place them. Oh, this is hard work. Now, the last 2 skeins I have in this basket is something I got before Christmas from Spotlight. It's sparkle knitting yarn. It's nothing fantastic. I did use it to make some decorations for when we decorated my staff room at work. It's 95% acrylic. I think this would be just something that I will keep aside, kind of specialty yarns almost, just for maybe, little projects where you just need that bit of extra little detail or something. So I have 2 of those, and I might put those with some other yarn that I got at Spotlight before Christmas in a sale. I had figured that I would do some little decorations, but that didn't happen, so I'll keep those aside. I did use some of that for my decorations for my staff room. If you can recall, I made stars. So this kind of stuff, I will have one place for it where if I'm just looking for a random yarn that I wouldn't do anything else with other than maybe add some other little touches, maybe when I'm doing amigurumi. So I'll put that aside. One last bag before I start going through the trolleys. Now, I'm not going to talk you through all of that because we'll be here forever, but I will show you what's in them before I make a start. Now, this has, obviously when I've started a project and then I've thrown the rest of the skein in here, there's lots of random, there is some of that Unreal Chenille, so I will put that with the other in the cupboard. I have some more. There's a little bit of fairy floss yarn. I will put this with that with the other specialty yarns. There's random bits of acrylic, Premier Basics chenille, and there's a whole skein of Parfait Chunky there, so almost. So I'll go through that. Some of it needs to be probably caked up, so I will get to that. But oh gosh, I'm over this already. Got polyfill. Now this is from Lincraft, as you can see, and whilst I prefer Spotlight's yarn, if I did have to buy outside of any other Australian small businesses, I would go to Spotlight for yarn. However, polyfill, I do much prefer the fairy floss fill. Can't tell you exactly why. I just think it works better. I don't know, I just prefer it. I prefer the texture, maybe, I don't know. So that is one that I just recently opened, but I'll probably need some more in no time. So I'll pop that aside. I'm going to stop chatting, otherwise this is just going to go on forever and ever. So I'll flip you around, show you what I'm going to work through next, I think, and then I'll just get going. on top of my little trolley here, oh, there's beads in here from when I did my beaded fidget keychains. I have a tutorial on my channel if you would like to make some. But in this trolley, I'll pop you down. Whoops. This trolley has a heap of cotton and cotton blends. So some of it I have actually had for quite a while. All of these paint box cottons, I've had them for a very long time. Again, I'm not sure if I'm ready to get rid of them yet, because and one of the books I bought recently, which was Lulu's amigurumi dolls, Lulu's Crochet, I don't know. I might potentially use cotton for those, so I definitely don't want to get rid of it, but it probably doesn't need to be out on display, I suppose. So I'm going to go through, work out which ones I still want to have on display, and then put aside the ones that I think that I want to keep, but I just, and then I can know that they're there, if you know what I mean. This is my mix and match blanket that I made last year. This is from Red Sparrow Crochet Esme's book. First time making one of them. I really enjoyed it and I learned a lot. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that one. I don't know whether to keep it or donate it. I might even, yeah, I'm not sure. I may even donate this one to Litza at Coco's Crochet. Is doing a drive this year for local charities. So I might either donate it to her, unless I, become aware of a charity local to me that would like it. So yeah, I had thought I would keep it, but the more I think about it, I think I'll donate it. So anyway, I'm going to get to this and I'll pop back on shortly. Something else that I will just add is that I am also a lover of essential oils. Now, I have just cleaned out one of the baskets from the bottom of my bigger cubby there, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a wipe out. And I did it a long time ago, but I haven't really done this for quite a while. But I'm going to use some makeup rounds and then put some drops of certain essential oils on there to help deter moths. Now, a lot of my yarn is acrylic, so that's probably fine, but I do have some cotton and probably some that have wool as well. So, and I just like essential oils anyway, but the oils that I'm going to be using, I am going to do some with lavender, I'm going to do some with cedarwood, and I'm also going to do a couple with peppermint. Absolutely love peppermint. This is more so for just in case there could be some cockroaches or anything like that. There's no signs of cockroaches in here. There is in one of my other rooms, but yeah, no signs of cockroaches, but again, I love peppermint anyway. So I'm going to just add a few of these around throughout my room, my stash, and hopefully it will just help. So I just thought I'd add that. current update. I have just been through all of this trolley, and I am going to cull some of it. I've got two baskets that are all cotton and cotton blends that I'm going to keep, so they will go over there once I have just given that a bit of a wipe out. Now these ones here, I'm not going to keep those. I'm not going to keep them. I think I'll just donate them. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'm just still deciding. I've had these ones for a really long time as well. These again are from Hobby, and I can't recall exactly what. I think I thought I would make a blanket with these, but even though this is XL, it's certainly not as thick as what I had thought it would be. I don't think I'll let them go. I mean, that's a really pretty blue, but it is definitely thinner than what I had imagined. This is Lamia baby cotton. That's not too bad. I have used that before. And I also have this Just Wool, which is also the same brand. I did actually make a baby blanket with this. I might still have a picture of it somewhere. It was my Into the Desert blanket pattern, I believe. But that was actually fairly nice to work with, so I will hang on to that one. There's so much. I have my Bango's blend. This is from Paddy and Bango's place. This is 55% acrylic and 45% cotton. I haven't used it in that colorway or this one as yet, but I have used that one. I think I used it for amigurumi, and there's also this one as well. So there's some really nice colorways in that. So it is definitely taking a lot longer than what I had wanted, but that's okay. It's going to be great at the end. So yeah, this is where we are up to at the moment. So I have been going at this for 2.5 hours. I'm actually kind of exhausted. I've been listening to some true crime podcasts and just kind of bopping along. So I'll show you where I'm up to, but then I'm going to have a break, have something to eat, just get out of here for a minute, and then hopefully come back a little more energized. But here's where I'm up to at the moment. So I have moved this trolley that used to be over there. I've switched it out with the ladder because, as I probably mentioned before, I was just, the ladder was just looking a little bit cluttered and messy, and so I've changed it up. I'll go through at the end and show you what I've filled it all with. Rearranging these cubbies here, sorting out the chunky from the Aran, from the DK. I'm getting there slowly, but it's definitely a job. So much bigger than what I'd anticipated once I got into it, actually. But it's a good time to have a little bit of a declutter, a little bit of a destash, and so then I can know exactly where everything is. So I'm going to have a break and I will return this afternoon. Okay, I am back from a short break. I've just run a couple of errands, had something to eat, had a very, very quick sit down, but I just need to push on because I'm right in the middle of it. I just need to keep on going, forge ahead. If you are maybe doing your own room while you're watching this, you need to keep going as well. You've just got to force yourself. I know I'm going to feel really good once it's actually done. So I'm thinking of potentially moving the white trolley to the opposite end because I want to use, I think I want to use that little space there. Do I? I want to move some of the things off my desk. Normally it just collects a lot of stuff. So I thought that maybe I might, or maybe actually, I'll probably do it in here. I've got, a few little dividers, stationery holders, that kind of thing. So I can have them close at hand, but also off my desk, which I think is going to be really good. So I probably don't even need to move that now, actually. So I take that back. But I'm going to, and I won't record all of this because I'm mindful that this might end up being very, very long and people might not want to watch it. So I'm just going to try and forge ahead. I am continuing to put a lot of my Aran weight, or like medium weight acrylic yarn, over here in the cubby there. If I can get that sort of finished, then I can tackle the sections under here. But I'm getting there slowly, but it's definitely taken me far longer than I had imagined. But it is a job that's worth it, so I'll be back. Update time. I've been going for at least another hour, at least. But the end is in sight now. I have pretty much finished with all of that area there. I'll flip it around so I can show you better. So here I have 2 shelves of Premier Basics chenille, a lot of the brights ones. I've got my other chenille, I guess more plush yarn. I've got my Zaddy Crafts there. I've got my Paddy and Bango's place there. This is mainly Premier Basics. This is mainly Premier Parfait Chunky that I'm trying to kind of go through. And this is a mixture of mostly Scarly, Teddy Bakery, and some of the Spotlight yarn there. I've got acrylic Aran, or like a medium weight yarn. In here, virtually all this area here, is medium weight acrylic yarn. I've got some, this is also all of that Spot Saver, which is about the same ply. Yeah, that's all there. I've got some cotton blend down here, and this is all mill ends from Spotlight, so it's all, I guess, kind of thin blanket type yarn. Down the bottom, I've cleaned out all of these cubbies. They're all, sorry, these baskets, they're all scraps of all of this, the acrylic, and I've got cotton in both of the bottom ones. Yeah, I've got cotton. This is all, now what's that one? That's all chunky weight, so probably a 5 weight acrylic. So I'm going to keep it because I did do some really nice sunburst grannies last year using a lot of that, so I might do some more of that when it cools down. So I'm just going to pop that away. I've still got all the blanket yarn there, which will end up having to go into the wardrobe. I've got these two are going to be donated. Yeah, these two are going to be donated, so there's quite a lot of yarn there. And then here I've got some of my thicker weight yarns, and this is all DK, or a, what's the one under medium? All like an 8 ply it would be here. All that yarn here, which is the same weight that I'm using for my temperature blanket. I have some more underneath, a different brand, and I have smaller scraps in the bottom kind of cubby there. So I'm getting there. I have in here, I have all that, let's say, specialty type yarn, which is, you know, got glitter through it. It's got eyelash yarn. In here I have a heap of hand dyed yarn, and I've popped some stuff with essential oils in there to hopefully protect that a little bit. I do need to get a swindle, is that what it's called, to help with winding the hanks into a ball, because believe me, I've tried that and it's not ended well, just doing it with a ball winder. Anyway, I'm just packing up doing the last couple of shelves there. Then I can put the blanket yarn away, get rid of the yarn I'm donating, and then I'm going to hopefully be in a position to vacuum, and it should be done. Now in this little bag here, do you recall I did start the gift of Christmas Cal in about November? They're such beautiful squares, but I got sidetracked. I lost momentum and I stopped. So I'm just going to put them aside for now. If I don't pick it up again, I did think I might be able to make a nice little wall hanging or something. But for now, I'm just going to pop it down here. So I've cleared out all of this, and this has just got it's got hooks, pens, scissors. I use this for eye embroidery sometimes. That's another current little cal, the birthstones cal that I'm doing with Elitza at Coco's Crochet. There's my stack of granny squares for the Year of Granny Squares cal. So I've got stitch markers, tape measure, hooks that I don't really use, my notebooks and all of that. A blocking board down there, which I haven't used yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there. It's my current plushie area. I've got quite a lot that I still need to list because I need some of them gone. There's too many. Anyway, that's where we're up to. So a little bit longer and I'll do a final reveal. Okay, we are officially done. I am absolutely knackered. Oh, for want of a better term, I'm exhausted. I'm going to lay down and put my feet up for a little while, but it looks great. It looks so good, and I am very happy that I did it. So thank you for encouraging me to do it. I hope it has inspired you to do it as well. Yeah, I really am exhausted. But I'll give you one more little look around, but I'm very, very happy with it. I'm most happy that my desk is just clear, except for my laptop, it's clear. I'm happy about the space that is beside the big cube shelving there, that it's tidy. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. But thanks for coming along on this journey with me, and I hope you enjoyed it and yeah, took some inspo for yourself. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.